Hello, everyone. Selena here, founder, host, lead educator with the American Crochet Association. This is take 5. Hopefully, you guys can all hear me and there isn't a crazy echo. If there is, let me know and we'll move on to take 6. I've got a really exciting message to share and I want you guys to be able to hear it. So let me know. All right. Okay, so I've been talking a lot over the last couple weeks about our crochet instructor training program and how I'm shaking up how it's presented. I essentially just wanted to change the format, and I've been doing that with our crochet instructor training community members. They've been really helpful and just kind of helping me to assure that we've got all the content that we want. We're saying all the things that we want to say. We're including all the information that is already part of this amazing training series. And it's going to be provided in a way that is so much easier for you guys to navigate. So we're in a transitional phase now to where I just wanted everyone to fully be aware where information is, what it looks like, and how you can participate to make sure that this truly is going to be a fantastic resource for you to use. So I see quite a few of you guys are joining now. This is a very impromptu video. I did not schedule this. So if you are watching, come on over, say hey, say hello, tell me where you're viewing from, and let me know if there's any sound issues. There shouldn't be any sound issues, but if there are, then I got to go back to the drawing board. So before I dive into this any further, in any great detail, I'll just kind of hold my horses for that, okay? So what I'm looking at right now is the Crochet Instructor Training Program link. You can click on that link in the video description. If you're already in, if you're already enrolled, then or if you're already enrolled, just log in to view all the content. And if you want to join and get started today, then clicking on the link in the video description is going to help you with that enrollment process. So once you log in, some things have been moved around, and that's mainly what I wanted to show you today. Lots of moving around. So whenever you log in, what you're going to see is included material. Hold on. What you're going to see is included material. Oh, come on now. I'm already enrolled. I'm a student. Show me. You're not showing me. Okay. All right. So the included, here it is. So the included material for this is going to look a little different. Here we go. Student. I'm the admin. You're the student. It looks a little different. So really, this is where, as soon as you log into the Teaching Crochet program, you're not going to see a lot of information. And that's because this is where all of the new content is going to be. So as I'm redoing it, as it's vetted, as our community says, yes, that's exactly what we want to see, this is where they're going to see it. So if you're already enrolled, and you want to know where this stuff is, maybe you're already kind of in the middle of some training, what I want you to do is click on included courses. And what I've done is I've moved and archived the teaching program as it was, because it's been at the ACA for years now, and it's going to show you right here. So whenever you click on over there, you're going to see that I've renamed it, but that's the only thing that I've changed. So basically I took it from one place and I'm moving it to another place because I am not going to touch the way that it was. And I want to keep all of that content exactly the way that it was in case people like that or prefer it or just want an extra resource or just kind of want another way to look at this course, or maybe you're still kind of working your way through it and you'd like to finish that before you see anything new. So for any of those reasons, just know that I have clearly renamed this to be 2023 Archive Crochet Instructor, and then it clearly says that right here as well, but I have not touched anything else. So the format, the lessons, the videos, all of that, it's still there, okay? So you can still enjoy that content, and you can also participate in the, oh my goodness, in the new content. Oh, of course. I feel like if you guys can hear me, then of course I'm gonna have issues with other things. Okay. So again, whenever you log into Teaching Crochet, Anyone who is enrolled or will be enrolled, you're going to see both the old archive version, that's what I'm calling it now, and then, really you just have to kind of click over once more to find the older archived information, and that's going to be in included courses. But all of the new stuff, all of the new format is going to slowly be added just right here as soon as you log into the Teaching Crochet program. Now, here's the exciting part. I've been talking to our Crochet Instructor community. If you don't know, you can get more information whenever you click this link. I've been talking to them. I've had a few video chats with them about what this is going to look like, what's going to be included, and all of that. So what I'm doing is I'm taking very small sections of all of that. You guys can see the very first section now. You can see what it's going to look like. And I've turned on comments for all of these. And that way, if you have any feedback, you can leave it directly in each section. Like, well, what about this? Or what about that? Or maybe this is spelled wrong. Or, you're missing this. Or I wish you would include that. So if you have any feedback, you can add this in. And as soon as I get all the feedback, I'm going to have this open for a week. Again, I've got all that listed right here in the community, all those details here. And as soon as I have all the feedback and I think this is great, then there's going to be a video for each one of these sections. And my hope for this is to still give you all of the same great information, all the same great details that you guys have seen with our crochet teaching program, but it's going to be provided in a way to where it's sectioned out, to where you can get very specific guidance, support, resources for very specific questions. So my hope is that we go through each section, we fine tune it, we can move things around if we want, we can embellish where we need to, and then, we'll kind of slowly do each piece together. So just so you know what it's going to look like, all the information that I do have that is not available yet, this is what the new Crochet Instructor Training Program is going to look like. So again, all the same information, maybe a little bit more because, we've had hundreds of students go through this over the years that it's been available. So maybe there's a different phrasing or a different piece of information or something like that to go along with it. So there's not going to be less, there's going to be more. Anyway, it's going to start with resources. You guys can see all of that now. What to teach, that is a section with all of these different pieces of information. That's what we're looking at and focusing on right now. Next is going to be how to teach with all of these different topics. Business resources in case you want to turn this into a business. Obviously, not everyone who wants to teach crochet is going to take that route, but here's some information if they need it. Frequently asked questions, including how do you teach left-handed people? How do you teach children? How much should I charge? All of that, all of those great questions are in there. Different templates that you might need, like a student checklist or email follow-up sequences, student agreements, lesson trackers, all that kind of stuff. A toolkit, so the exact patterns that we provide that will help you with that teaching process. And then finally, some post resources. So this is what the training program so far, this is what we're planning the format to be. But again, we're going through each section just to make sure that it's fantastic. So again, didn't want anyone to think anything was missing. It's definitely not. We've just moved a few things around. And this is also just an open invitation for anyone who's interested in teaching crochet and would like some valuable resources, tips, help, support, community, patterns to get through that process. And it doesn't matter who you want to teach, whether you want to teach your children or your friends or people in your community, or maybe this is something that you want to turn into some kind of job. We have resources for anyone, any walk of life. Okay, let's see. It looks like a few of you guys are here. It looks like Debbie is here to say good afternoon from Indiana. So good to see you. Margaret is here. Hello, Margaret. So good to see you. Margaret says, I don't know if I have enough patience to teach. I would love to think I do, but I'm not sure. I'm so glad that you said that, and maybe that's something that we can even further add into this program, because I do think that patience is a part of teaching. But I will say this, I think that education and having a syllabus, having resources, and being prepared, I think all of those things will naturally lead to you having far more patience. I think that, even for myself, I've taught dozens of people in my entire life. I've really compiled a lot of feedback from specific individuals that I've taught and from others who have gone through this program. And before I'd compiled all of this into the program that it is today, I remember feeling frustrated at the process. And really, the parts of the process that I was frustrated in were just because maybe the way I was teaching wasn't a way that people could receive information. Maybe my lessons were far too long sometimes. That can be frustrating. Sometimes I try to teach a technique that's really easy for me or a stitch that's really easy for me, but my student couldn't get it, and that felt really frustrating. So sometimes just having more than one technique, having a process, having a very particular timeline to teach, like how long should lessons be? How many lessons are there? What exactly am I going to teach you in each lesson? Whenever you have a very specific checklist and format to teach crochet, then that helps you enough with the process to where it gives you patience, maybe. So maybe you're like Margaret and you say, I don't know if I have the patience to teach. Maybe just having more information, more techniques, more support, more resources, that might kind of eliminate that potential issue. So let me know what you think. Oh, so good to see you too, Margaret. Always so good to see you. All right, everybody. So that's the message that I've been wanting to give you guys. Again, this is probably like take 5 or 6. Hopefully you guys could see and hear. This is also going to be sent out to everybody who is currently enrolled in the Crochet Instructor Training Program, because I don't want any of our students to miss any of this important information. And again, if you've ever thought about teaching crochet, but you weren't sure where to start, I invite you to come join our program. Again, we already have that archived information. It's fantastic the way that it is. It's there when you're ready. And if you want, you can also help us through this reformatting process. It's not something we do very often, so it's really kind of fun and exciting. Well, it is for me anyways. I hope it is for you too if you decide to join. All right, any questions, comments, feedback, just go ahead and drop it in the comments. I am sharing this video in lots of places, so no matter where you are viewing from, whenever you drop your comment, I'll get to it as soon as I see it. Okay? All right, everyone. Peace, love, crochet. Hope you love this. Can't wait to hear what you think. See you next time.